What's up guys, this is James with berryflow.com. Today I want to show you what's new in Blackberry 10.3.3. And to start, there's not a lot of new things. This is mainly a security and a maintenance update for Blackberry 10, a long-awaited one at that. This maintenance update really refined a lot of the underpinnings of how this operating system runs. That is to say, RAM management is much better, performance is a little bit faster, and small areas like the browser have been updated and new additions are there. That is to say, though, there are really no new features, no new additives to this experience. It is the same good old Blackberry 10 experience that you're used to, only better. This is a 1.5 gigabyte update. The main thing that we were waiting on with this update was NIAP certification. NIAP certification is another feather in the hat for BlackBerry on their security and compliance standards. This means that this device and other Blackberry 10 devices are government certified for use to the highest level. I hope they continue doing security pushes like this to increase the usability and the performance, because this device runs fully encrypted and runs beautifully. As we all know, we have Peak, we have Flow, all the way into the BlackBerry Hub as such, and it really is a really good experience. I found using this device with 8 apps open, running it at full pace, it does not miss a beat. In my previous OS build, with 8 apps, it got a little bit stuttery and wasn't quite the most smooth experience. Now, a lot of that seems to be mitigated, and it's really running quite well. Aside from the NIAP certification, the Android Runtime has a bug fix that has been made. So previously, Android applications like this one, if you tried to uninstall, would not uninstall them. It would be a really, really hard experience to update and or remove these Android applications. So if you were messing around with Cobalt's fixes or running around with like an Instagram APK or anything like that, actually updating and or deleting those was really a pain. That's fixed on 10.3.3. There was a fix also pushed through Blackberry World that people were able to get at. It sometimes worked, sometimes didn't. Some people had to actually just wipe the phone entirely and start fresh. So really great that that's finally been fixed in this build. And the Android Runtime runs fairly well. You see you still have your back gesture, so you can slide and minimize Android apps. And I'm just going to show you the start time of from a cold start. I'm going to go ahead and launch, and it runs about the same. Again, really no performance improvements here, but it runs reliably now, and it actually runs pretty quickly, right? See, we're already in the application, and Amazon's already not like the best app to demo this, but it handled it fine. So you have a more reliable Android Runtime experience, and a lot of the security holes that were found within the runtime have now been patched, fixed, and you're good to go. So Android Runtime, definitely fixed, definitely running well. Another additive that's been added in here is a refined browser experience. So if you jump into the actual settings for the browser and you go to privacy and security, you're going to see anti-phishing is now available as an option. This wasn't there before, and this is going to display a warning if a web page you are trying to visit might contain malware or is suspected of phishing. So really cool, again, enhancing the security of what they're offering here. Another very, very odd thing that was, and I don't know if this was a security thing, was that if you go into the displays and action section and you hit an option here, there's now no drop down specified for a home page. So previously on older builds of Blackberry 10, over here there was a home page icon in which you could actually go and press home page. Well, they actually removed that, and if you go into your settings here, you still have a semblance of, you can open a set of pages, but there's no specific home page option anymore. I don't know if this was a security thing or whether they just forgot about it, but you can't open a list of pages on startup. So you kind of have a home page, but not in the same traditional sense that we're used to. Again, a rather odd omission in this build, maybe something they'll fix in 10.3.4, which is the last subsequent update to come to Blackberry 10. Aside from the anti-phishing, there is a couple other additives within this browser. Download notifications is a major one. I'm going to try to show this to you. The Passport honestly downloads things pretty fast already, so it's going to be hard to show you this. What I'm going to try to do is download an MP3 file, which will take a little bit longer, and hopefully this will do the demo justice. So if I slide down here, and I'm going to try to hit that download button, you see BB Upstream is now saving to my beautiful native file manager. Thank you, which I can put anywhere. So let me go ahead and hit the download section. I'm just going to download this. So you'll see it's already downloading in the download section, which is a subsection in the actual browser application. So if I go to downloads, you'll see I have my downloads listed. Now, what were to happen if I were to close this out or go multitask to another application? That's really something that's been mitigated here. Now, this device is running solely on Wi-Fi right now. My Wi-Fi is pretty bad, so we can always check in on that update, but it's going to take several minutes for that to actually go ahead and download. It's about a gigabyte file. So if I go ahead and jump into some other areas, we still have Blackberry World. Blackberry World is still a great place for applications. They keep, again, it updated. The Cyber Monday advert right there shows that they're keeping a pulse of things with BlackBerry 10. They are definitely maintaining and are committed to this OS. So don't feel neglected. There's a lot of great applications still in here. If I were to show you My World and go to the My Apps category and show you updates, you probably won't see much. But under the available, there's just tons of applications still. Tons of great apps that you can download and try for yourself. I really like bWeather. I really like BlackBerry Content Transfer. There is the BlackBerry Runtime for Android available as well. BlackBerry Travel, which I so miss on my BlackBerry Android devices. Bolt is another great Apple Buffer, another good Android application available. Camera Pro is a solid addition. And as well, there's just so many applications that you're able to get and download still use here on BlackBerry 10. So don't feel shy in terms of your app usage. I've tried on this device to go basically all native. So aside from the preloaded stuff like the Amazon apps that are Android, I've tried to keep this device as native as possible. So you see here I've got Black, I've got some WebView apps, I've got Clipman, and I've also got Instagram available for me here in iGran. iGran is a pro app that I've downloaded. I think I paid a couple bucks, and it gives me a native Instagram feature. And I honestly love it because I can do very simple things that I cannot even do in the brand new Instagram app. So here I can go ahead and like long press and download and repost. That's what I wanted to show you here. That notification, download complete, is something new to the BlackBerry browser. What's cool is that if I slide into the hub, you'll see now I have a hub notification as well for that download. I can go ahead and click it, and then from there I can hit open, and it's going to take me right to the file. And again, it brings me right back to the download subsection of the BlackBerry browser app. That notification is new, and it's cool to see here as an added addition. Again, really liking some of the small refinements. Browser has seen the most updates, I would say, in terms of what users are actually going to experience. Some more of those apps are going to be easily accessible to you through the web. So I'm glad that the browser has been at least tended to on this update. Not much else has changed, as I said. It's really just a performance and maintenance update, adding in new security features, which, again, we as general consumers won't actually get a good view of. All in all, I'm really happy with this update. It's been a long time coming. I'm going to go back to my BlackBerry Passport here for a couple days and see if I can actually stick with it. And if I can, I'm going to do a full-out review of how this device now runs, as I never did a proper review of the Silver Edition in particular, because this is a nice piece of kit, and I think it deserves a lot more attention than it's gotten. Recently as well, we've seen images of the Blackberry Mercury, which I'm going to pull up here for you guys. And I'm going to go to trusty old Crackberry for this one. Gosh, I love that keyboard. Anyway, as I head over to Crackberry, I want to show you this Mercury type device because it pays a lot of homage to what we're seeing here on the Silver Edition version of the Passport. So as I slide on over here, could this be the look? And this is exactly what I want to show you guys. So as sliding in over here, again, some beautiful things about BB10 is I can just go ahead and view straight to the image without having to mess with Crackberry too much. And then from here I can go ahead and zoom in so we can see what we want to see. And this is what is allegedly that new Mercury device. And again, you can actually scroll and track all with this trackpad. And this is another refinement. I'm finding this trackpad is usable in more areas of the operating system. Main thing I want to show you here is that, again, this device that runs Android, it does not run BB10, but it's a candy bar QWERTY style phone, so it's almost like a classic, and this Silver Edition added into one kind of slimmer form factor. But you can definitely see some of the homage being paid here. I mean, very much in line. I would love if that device had this type of back. I mean, this Kevlar-looking textured feel is grippy and super comfortable. But all in all, again, this device is still phenomenal. You can still get a lot of the applications and social stuff you want. Here I've got Twitter, I've got Instagram. What else do I really need? Facebook. Right now, the Facebook app on this update actually just pushes you to the browser. But head over to Facebook for BlackBerry 10 on BerryFlow. Do a little Google search or search on berryflow.com, and we've got an APK that you can update and upload, and that's going to take you and allow you to sideload the old version of the Facebook app. All in all, BlackBerry 10.3.3 is a really nice update. I definitely suggest you go get it. Again, even if you're really dead set on keeping Facebook, the value that you're going to get with 10.3 is in the performance and the consistency of the experience, and that, in my opinion, is well worth the update. Get it on Wi-Fi, check it. It is available for unlocked devices bought from Shop BlackBerry and other retailers as well. Some carriers are starting to push it as well. I expect the carrier push is going to take more time. They got to get back with those partners, or revive, so to speak, those different types of channels. But all in all, really impressed with what we're seeing here thus far on the BlackBerry Passport Silver Edition running BlackBerry 10.3.3. That's what's new. Did you find anything else new? Let me know down in the comments, and be sure to give this a like if you appreciated the video. Peace.